Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the Glenwood Coach Show here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and I'm with the AD and head baseball coach of the Glenwood Gators, Coach Fanning. Coach, thank you so much.
Thanks for having
me. Got the beautiful trophy right here behind us. Baseball season is finally here, and you know what that means. How do we kick off baseball season? Border Wars. 16 games are going to be broadcast in the next 3 days, Coach. We're going to get into that, but first things first, how's the school year been? It's been a while since we talked to you, and kind of recap winter sports. Coach Purdue's girls and boys team make the playoffs again. I think a really good season in year two of the AHSA.
Well, and they did. They had a good year. They fought really hard. Like, especially, I mean, the boys had some big wins against some big schools, as did the girls. It's just they kind of ran into a buzzsaw with midfield, and I mean, it's a traditional powerhouse in basketball, and so they took a long drive up there and had a tough game. They were good, and both those teams advanced, deeper into the playoffs too. So I think it was a good year. He had, has a young team too. You know what I mean? So it was certainly amazing watching, Braylon do his thing. Because it's just a different, and so we enjoyed that. And bowling had a good season in their second time. They had a lot more wins this year than they did the previous year. So, I'm just excited to, have that extra sport that people can play and be a part of. So,
well, Coach, and I will say Glenwood's the boys win over Russell County. That's a major win basketball-wise at the end of the season. And you saw the progression, and Braylon's only a freshman.
Right.
Put up 27.7 points per game.
Well, and CY was great, too. I mean, he made such a
late.
huge jump as far, he grew 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah.
Contributed so much as a 10th grader, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you got Tyler Clarity's a 10th grader. And there's just several guys. They were young, and I did see a lot of improvement in the way they shared the ball and started to grow with each other, you know what I mean? So it was, it was fun to watch. Like I said, he had a tough schedule and played some tough teams, and they were challenged for sure.
All right, now let's talk about spring sports. We're going to get to baseball in the second segment, but there's other spring sports going on. We've already done a soccer game, and I actually 2 soccer games. So we look forward to seeing Coach Eddie's program getting better each and every year. I know the boys gotten off to a little bit of a slow start, but I know they're going to get better, especially when region play comes along. But how about the softball team? Holy smokes, Coach McConnell's team ripping and running. It's funny when you start getting young players and you get that valuable experience. They only get better, right, Coach?
Correct. I mean, that's it's good to see you keep thinking about when we lost that big group a couple of years ago, you know, and there's a lot of talented girls, but you look out there and they're 8th and 9th and 8th and 9th and 9th, and and they're still not really all. I mean, I think you only have 2 seniors now, maybe even 1. The future is really bright for them, and I'm glad to see them, getting some wins because they work extremely hard. They got a lot of good players, and coach go anywhere and play everybody. So it was good to see them, because St. James is really good, and it's kind of like it's almost like in this area, it's almost a circuit. They're playing a lot of the same teams, but to see somebody that magnitude, St. James, to be able to play them in that tournament and come out with a victory, at the end of the night, I thought it was pretty cool.
I know the golf team just had an invitational.
Oh, yeah, it was packed, too. Most teams we've ever had.
Wow.
At a golf tournament that we've hosted, and Coach Purdue said it was awesome. Everybody complimenting everything. Lakewood was a great host. And
nice.
It's exciting, man. Soccer started playing before everyone else, so they got a bunch of games in, and the girls team, they're
pretty good.
Tell you what, they are. They're having a good year, and the boys, like you said, they've played some really good teams too. Like Jordan's really good, Calvary's really good. They got rained out with Brookstone, which is good too. There's several teams that are really good on their schedule. So looking forward to them progressing as the season goes too.
And you still got tennis and track and field.
Right.
Is that all started yet?
Yeah. Yes, everything is started. Tennis is. Got notched a few wins under their belt too, and they lost some girls last year. They're pretty young, but Coach Davis is doing a good job with them. And and track just started. Coach Amable and Coach Webb. They had some that were rescheduled and some rain and things like that, but they're getting kicked off too. They just had a meet and got another one this week. So everything's in full swing.
And so is baseball. And we're going to talk about that. Coach has had an awesome opportunity to play at a AAA baseball stadium this past weekend. We'll talk about how that was and how the season's going, plus Sport Awards coming up on the Glenwood Coach Show, Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
Chevrolet. Let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Chevy Traverse with 3-row seating up to $7,250 off. The impressive Chevy Equinox up to $4,500 off. Enjoy full payments until springtime. At your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
I want to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Jen Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for the student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's skating, parties, or you just want a quick bite, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and first sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Here, and I am with Terry Johnson, Terry Johnson Agency, one of the first sponsors I ever had when I started this endeavor over 4 years ago when I was doing it off my own. I want to say thank you so much for believing in our vision of being able to serve the community, shine a light on all these athletes, all these programs. And Terry Johnson Agency, they've been serving the community for over 40 years. Home, auto, life, church. Terry Johnson's been helping my family and me specifically. He's my insurance agent. I want to say thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Thrift, and I appreciate the opportunity that you gave me 4 years ago to come on board and to be a new sponsor with you. And it's just a good association with you and a pleasure to work with you, and look forward to a long association even further down the road.
No doubt about it. Again, serving the community for many years. You quote today, give them a call. Jeremy Crosby, his daughter Brooke, and of course, Mr. Terry. They're going to make you feel at home. They're going to take care of you. He's my insurance agent. It's Terry Johnson Agency, big supporter of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Glenwood Coaches Show. Thrift Behringer, Coach Tim Fanning. Now let's get into baseball. How about the start so far for your young team? Got some big wins like over Calvary, at Calvary, Northside, and then playing in that AAA. First, let's start first couple week games of the season. How do you feel about your team? And then we'll go into that AAA experience.
Well, coming into the year, we'd all talked about, everyone had talked about, all the senior pitching we lost, and we just, we're going to be young and inexperienced on the mound, and we just need to develop pitching. Well, pitching I've been so impressed with the guys, and I mean, they really have, regardless, because we still got 2 guys that aren't pitching that are 2 of our top arms, and I tell you what, man, just one after the other have really gone in the game and competed, and I'm super proud of them. And a lot of guys that, I mean, it's their first time on varsity mound, and the moment hasn't been too big for them. So I've been really pleased with that. We talk about that a lot as a coaching staff, and there's some things we got to clean up, offensively for sure.
Right.
But I guess nobody's gonna feel sorry for us that we've won 6 of our first 7, and I'm complaining about what we're doing offensively. I get that, but we've been at it pretty hard, and I just think this team has a lot of potential, and we've just got to get on the same page offensively. We got to do a better job with 2 strikes, and we got to, quite frankly, we've got to be better defensively. You know what I mean? So still tons to work on, but high expectations nonetheless. like I said, been super proud of the guys coming in, and we've been, a lot more Johnny Holstaff games, and I think against Cavalry pitched 7 pitchers in 7 innings, and I haven't done that in a long time. But to the guys' credit, I mean, every one of them come out there and they did their job.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, for one, I didn't know that, Coach, because I'd watched the first couple of innings, but then I didn't realize you did that for the entire game and still won that game. Absolutely. I know that's got to be pretty impressive because Calvary's going to be a really good team this year, Coach. But let's talk about the experience. For one, how was it? You feel like you were treated right? The hospitality part of it, playing at the AAA field, and then the loss, obviously, against McEachern, the first loss of the season, a learning experience. How was that, and what was your takeaway from the game?
Oh, well, it was a beautiful place. The area is beautiful. There's tons of stuff up there all around it. It's a really nice area. Guy that greets us at the gate to show us to do everything, he's from Phoenix City. He works at the stadium, you know what I mean? So that's just how God works, and it's awesome. They were so nice. Everybody was so cordial. The teams we played were really good. All the players and the coaches were real nice too. So it was good to see that level of player. McEachern has some
it's a 6A school.
Really good. Their shortstop was so good. Like, it was just a joy to watch him play, how he conducted himself. Going to be a pretty high draft pick from what I understand. And then they have a high draft pick arm as well. We didn't see him, but the guy we saw was pretty good. It's just, from a game standpoint, it was a great opportunity to showcase our kids against some highly ranked teams in the state of Georgia. So, we didn't come out on top. We left 12 guys on base. There again goes back to our kind of what we're doing offensively and what we need to get better at. So, and then the next game, Tyler Clarity threw a gem against Northside and was player of the game for that. And actually did a good interview with the TV station there. Awesome. I was proud of him. You never know what kids are going to do on the spot if they haven't done it very much, but I was super proud of them.
Awesome, man. And Northside's a pretty good team. And in our rankings, we got them number 2, and they only have 3 losses all year, 2 of them to Glenwood. So I know Coach Powell's doing a great job. So it's a great win after losing at McEachern. Now let's get into it. Board Awards, man. This is big. We got some major teams, and it's known across the state. I was in Macon last week, and JB from Tatno and the guys from Stratford, they talk about this being one of the biggest tournaments and a litmus test to see where their teams are at heading into a really tough GIAA. So, Coach, set the stage on how many years you've been doing this and how excited you are to have all these teams playing.
Well, this is the 23rd year.
Holy smokes.
Yes.
I said 20. I was short,
20,
man.
It was 23rd year, and it always has been it's attracted great teams. We have great venues. Everybody comes out. There's always big crowds. There's great talent. There's been some battles over the years, man. And I'm glad Tatnall has come back. And because I just remember years and years of
when I was in school,
them coming, man,
holy
they
smokes.
were so good. But now being in the AHSA, having the opportunity to have Central and Russell County and Harris County and a lot of these local schools, and that has always been the goal and the want is to get as many local schools as possible. Calvary's always been a mainstay, and Pacelli and Brookstone. You have, out of 13 teams, you got about 8 local schools.
No doubt.
It's really cool. I expect great crowds. The weather's going to be great. We're going to culminate the end of it at Synovus Park,
awesome.
For the last 2 games, which is going to be tremendous. And thank you to them for allowing us to do that and be a part of this because, Golden Park was always a part of this for so many, for over 20 years. And
no doubt.
Just being able to finish the tournament there is going to be special.
No doubt about it. We're looking forward to it. We're doing 16 games in 3 days. We're doing both sites. Central tomorrow, starting at 2 o'clock. Calvary Central kicks it off. 4 o'clock, we got a game at Central. Then, of course, here, y'all are taking on Harris County.
Right.
How about those 2 matchups? We're going to get both locations. We're streaming both locations because that's how much I believe in this tournament. It's how many good teams are playing in it, and also, too, it helps out the cause, man. We're knocking out Middle Georgia and Macon schools in it, and I look forward to showcasing all the baseball coverage. So for people that want to go, how much does it cost to come to these sites, and where are all the different sites leading up to Synovus?
Okay, well, we play games here, play at Central, play at Russell County.
Okay.
It's $8 to get in. I had someone text me today and say, I can't believe you're only charging $8
Yeah, me
to see
either, Coach.
to see this kind of baseball. And I guess we're a little bit behind the inflation scale, I guess, but we'll raise it next year. So, but it's going to be in 4 different locations, including Synovus at the end. And,
Awesome.
$8. It'll be cash only at the alternate locations, cash and card here. So we're looking forward to y'all come out. It's going to be beautiful weather. It's going to be great baseball, and we want to see you here.
And great concessions, too. If you ever had a burger here from Glenwood, I promise you, I'm looking forward to it, Coach.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a lot of fun, Coach. Thank you so much. Looking
Yes, sir.
forward to breaking down our baseball. I think we always know about the teams a lot better right after Board Awards. So looking forward to seeing all the teams, man. Glenwood Coach Show wrapping up here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Go Gators.